Bald Knoll. Bald Knoll is a cinder cone in Utah in the southwestern United States. It is the youngest volcano at the southwest portion of PAHVANT Plateau, and it consists of basaltic lava with a well-preserved volcanic crater at its summit. You can see the volcanic crater is here. FUMAROLE Butte. FUMAROLE Butte is a shield volcano. It was built during the Quaternary period. It's composed of basaltic andesite and stands 207 meters in height and has a diameter of 12 kilometers. Under the volcano is crater bench. That's the result of an eruption of basaltic andesite. To the east of the volcano are a series of hot springs known as Crater, Baker, and Abraham hot springs. If you can see over here, this is Baker. And I'm not sure where the other two are, but that's one of them. And we're moving on to the next one. Okay, PAHVANT Butte is a butte formed by a dormant volcano. Big crater. PAHVANT Butte is a butte formed by a dormant volcano in the west central portion of Utah. It is located in the Sevier Desert and PAHVANT Valley, 15.7 miles south of Delta and 5 miles east of Crater Lake and Crater Lake Wildlife Management Area. The butte has two peaks. It formed in an active area of volcanism on top of Pahoho as a lava. Originally a subaqueous volcano, it erupted out of the floor of glacial Lake Bonneville approximately 15,500 years ago. Let's get a round look here. Look how high that is. It's huge. And moving on to the next. Black Rock Desert Volcanic Field is a volcanic field. The Black Rock Desert Volcanic Field is in Milford County. It's a cluster of several volcanic features of the Great Basin, such as PAHVANT Butte and Tabernacle Hill. Field's Ice Springs event was an explosive eruption followed by lava flows that were Utah's most recent volcanic activity, which trapped the older flows of PAHVANT Butte. The Pleistocene-Holocene field has been an active tectonic area for approximately 2.7 million years. Within the past 1.5 million years, local volcanism has produced both rhyolitic and basaltic cones from near 24 vents from which lava escaped through geologic faults. Let's see how huge this is. This is Ice Springs over here. Santa Clara Volcano is a volcanic field, features 2 cinder cones. You can tell that's one there. The southern cinder cone and the most of the north cinder cones are within the boundaries of Snow Canyon State Park. The prominent features are 2 cinder cones that rise above Snow Canyon State Park. MARKAGUNT Plateau is a group of basaltic cinder cones and lava vents. You can see some of the cinder cones here. It's products of older episode of volcanism producing trictic, andesitic, and rhyolitic lavas were succeeded by basaltic lavas of 2 different ages. This is Henry Knowles. That's by Ibsen Creek. Black Rock Volcano Desert. Black Rock Desert is a volcanic area or volcanic field covering volcanic area has incurred here from a couple million years ago up to a few centuries ago, leaving intriguing landforms and features including volcanic cones, lava tubes, pressure ridges, and craters. In this northeastern part of the field, it includes Black Rock Volcano, Tabernacle Hill, White Mountain, and Ice Springs lava flows, Devil's Kitchen, and PAHVANT Butte. And we're going to go down here and look at this from the road if we can. So we can see some over here. It's really neat. And moving on to the next one. Ice spring lava flows, the cinders. It's named for natural icehouse conditions within lava flows. It's characterized by its rough textured, loosely piled and jagged appearance and is notoriously difficult to travel across. Sturdy hiking boots are recommended. Pahoho lava flows have an entirely different form with a smooth, ropey texture. Lava flows can begin as Pahoho and change to as soon as Tabernacle Hill. Earth is amazing. Sullivan's Knoll is a large cinder dome. It's a prominent landmark of Hurricane, Utah. In Hurricane, Utah. You can either climb to the top of the knoll, or in this case, hike around the base of the knoll. From either the top or from the base of the knoll, you have excellent views of surrounding country. That's like totally cool. White Mountain Rhyolitic Dome is the youngest known rhyolitic dome in Utah. At about 400,000 years old, White Mountain is the youngest known rhyolitic dome in Utah. The dome gets its name from the bright white sand-blown gypsiferous Bonneville sands draped across the volcanic protrusion. The 160-foot high hill consists of rhyolitic, which is more viscous than basalt and tends to pile up to form domes rather than spreading out in flows. At the dome's base is a glassy base obsidian formed by the rapid cooling of lava, with frothy, bubble-filled pumice at the top of the hill. And we're moving on to the next one. MARYSVALE Volcanic Field is one of the largest volcanic fields in the western United States. It's located in southwestern Utah. It straddles the Colorado Plateau Great Basin Transition Zone. Most igneous rocks belong to the middle Cenozoic calc-alkaline sequence, although about 5% are related to the upper Cenozoic. Bemidal sequence. The MARYSVALE contains a variety of volcanic features, including stratovolcanoes, calderas, lava domes, and cinder cones. And I see nothing there that even reminds me. KOLOB Volcanic Field. It is a basaltic volcanic field. It's on the west margin of Zion National Park. Contains the youthful-looking Crater Hill cinder cone and associated lava flows at the southwest corner of park and older cones to the north on the upper KOLOB Plateau. The latter cones are Pleistocene in age and erupted through colorful rocks of the Navajo Sandstone Formation, producing lava flows that extended 10 to 15 kilometers down valleys to the south. Lava flows from Crater Hill blocked drainage, forming the ephemeral coal pits and Grafton Lakes. The latter extended up the Virgin River past the current towns of Springdale at the southern entrance of Zion National Park. Crater Hill was at one point considered to be a probable Holocene age, but later work taken into consideration stream downcutting rate suggested an age of 100,000 years. Anyway, on to our next one. Snow Canyon State Park. It includes extinct cinder cones, lava tubes, lava flows, and sand dunes. This is the campground here. Really pretty. Diamond cinder cone. It is a cinder cone. You can see up here you have Cinder Cone Trail. More commonly referred to as simply cinder cone, is one of two cinder cones in Washington County and is part of a much larger Santa Clara volcano. A cinder cone is a small volcano, usually less than 300 meters tall. They are called cinder cones because the volcano emits cinders, and they are shaped like cones. Diamond Cinder Cone lies entirely within Snow Canyon State Park and dates back some 27,000 years ago. The Santa Clara lava flow is one of the youngest in the Colorado Plateau, extends 16 km down Snow Canyon, and helped to create the stunning scenery that you see from the summit of Diamond Crater Cone. I wonder. Here you get a view. Oops, sorry guys, sun's in your eyes. And this is a view from inside that crater. Inside the cinder cone. That is like totally neat. And let me see if there's any more over here. Shh. Hang on a minute. And this is the outside view. And on to the next one. Tabernacle Hill is lava tubes and a cinder cone. And this is Tabernacle Crater here. It's reached by way of Lava Tubes Road, named for caves in the area. The lava tubes were extended for hundreds of yards, formed as the surface of lava streams cooled, solidified, and crusted over. The central caldera within the tuff ring is surfaced with pressure ridges and domes, which are elliptical mounds that commonly split otherwise along their crest as molten lava pushes upward on the solidified crust of the flow. You can see this is mountains, this is high up here. And moving on to the next one. Homestead Crater in CALDERA is a natural hot spring surrounded by rock dome. Let's see if we can get a view from the street. There we go. And not much view. Let's go this way. There we go. It's over there. Anyway, it's back in there. Crater. Indian Peak Caldera Complex. Home to a group of 17 ancient volcanoes. And they're so big they're classified as supervolcanoes. Volcanic events in recorded history, among the most devastating being the 1883 eruption of Krakatoa and the 1815 eruption of Mount Tambora, are dwarfed by the magnitude of these explosions, which occurred mostly before the existence of human beings. Unlike modern volcanoes, supervolcanoes typically collapse into themselves after an eruption, leaving behind a massive crater known as a caldera rather than a peak. Mineral Mountains Cove Fort. Volcanic fields contains silicic lava domes. You can see there's Cinder crater over here. The Pleistocene Mineral Mountains Cove Fort volcanic field contains silicic lava domes and mineral mountains and basaltic andesite cinder cones and lava flows of the Cove Fort and adjacent areas. The youngest flows of Cove Fort field were considered to be of possible early Holocene age, but potassium argon dates of 0.3 million years ago were obtained from the youngest flows. And moving on to the next one. VAO Volcano is one of the summits in Washington County. It's huge. It can be found on the VAO USGS topographic quad map. Smelter Knolls is a Pleistocene rhyolitic lava dome complex. Nearly basaltic volcanism is dated at 0.31 million years ago. And didn't find much more information on it. Fire Pit Knoll. A small cinder cone volcano thought to be the source of grapevine wash basalt flow. Let's see if we can, there's a street view at all. And I don't know if we'll be able to see it though. Hey, I get brushed in the way. Let's go down further. There we go. We get to see some. There we go. And moving on to the next one. Spend Love Knoll. It's within the same area of the last one. Is a cinder cone thought to be the source of grapevine wash basalt flow. Okay, guys, and I'm at the end of my video. Please like, please subscribe, share my videos, and look below for interesting links, and I'll be back with our next video. Thank you.